Okay, so we are in another Dragon Ball Super card game video, and this one is the top 16 breakdown. Hopefully this is going to go pretty quick, but I really wanted to do this because we just got the results for the top 16 and as well as the top cut for it. So I really wanted to go over that and kind of reiterate a few things, kind of talk about the deck list and what I believe kind of went down. I actually didn't see any of the stream, so I'm a little in the dark for that. But as far as the games itself and as well as the decks that kind of got top 16 and the players that got top 16, I'm very interested in seeing that. I haven't seen all the decks. I've kind of skimmed through it, but some of this is going to be a little surprising for me as well. So if you didn't know, this is the 5K or 5,000, basically 5,000 cash money type thing, Orlando by ARG. If you didn't know, that was yesterday and today as of this recording. Basically it started on the 15th for Swiss and then the 16th today for Top Cut. Was in I was gonna say Orlando, but kissing me? I don't know. Okay, I'm not even gonna try. Kiss me. I'm just gonna say kiss me. Florida. And basically it was a 2-day event, has all these other events going on, and at first I thought it was PPG, but it is just ARG with Dex as their sponsor. And if you didn't know, the Pro Pay Tour, this is not an advertisement, I'm just letting you guys know, in this off season we still got stuff going on. We got other stuff where this very slowly moving slideshow is going to show that AC in January, which is going to be a pretty popular city as far as different events. And like we already had the regional there and a regional in Atlanta, and in February we're going to have the Pro Pay Tour, and then Orlando, again another place that we have regionals before. All these I do believe are all cash money, so like just like the 5K, I don't know, it just says each event have top-notch live cash money, cash prizes in a ranking system for diehard competitors. So definitely go check that out. I mean, if you are gonna go, let me know what you're gonna take. What do you think is gonna be the difference between now and then? Because now until March we still like it's gonna be weird in January, because I think right after the set release, the Pro Pay Tour for Atlanta City is going to be going on, so Clash of Fates is going to be live, and then in March most likely we're going to have all of the starter deck stuff, and most likely set 6. Actually set 6 is going to be around that time too. So I got to check the double check the dates for it. I probably should have checked before, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be the case. Either way, Atlanta is definitely going to have the Clash of Fates and going to be a little bit more figured out compared to the previous Pro Play Tour. And for me, I wish I was not a bystander and as well as a spectator. All of this is all on the east side. I'm nowhere near the east side. I'm all the way on the west side. So that's the reason why I'm not competing. If I was, or if I was more closer to this, I would make the trip just like I did for LA, just like I did for Vegas. But that's just not here near. It's not here or there. It's neither here nor there. But if PPG, if you're listening, please take it to the west. Everybody wants a big event in the west. We don't want to wait another year for a regional 1 or 2 times on the west side. Anyway, let's go to the deck list. We have a lot of very notable people in the top 16, and again, this is the first day. This is the Swiss. I'm going to go over to the top cut and then kind of explain who got what, and kind of go through these deck profiles first, and then talk about like pretty much what ended. Before that, here's a quick breakdown for all of the leaders. We had 2 Janemba, okay, 1 Vegeta Baby, awesome, 1 Trunks, which was Storm, 1 Golden Freezer, which was kind of Storm but not really, and 1 Shenron. But then we had
10 Harudagon.
What the fuck, guys?
What the fuck?
God damn. Yes, he is probably one of the best, if not the best leader outside of Shenron, and well, it kind of spoke volumes, but it didn't take the event, which is good. Anyway, so we got again a lot of noble people, so like Trey Faircloth, Dylan Warren, Jonathan, and Chrisabella. I don't know any of these people, but I know they're very recognizable as far as name goes, and as well as previous events. Gary, Eric Goodwin, you know, just a lot of people. Obviously Devin Butters, shout out to you, Marcel Russell. I think Peter Katani is 33rd. Medi Combs, and you know, just a lot of other people. If I miss your name, I don't know you. I'm just looking at the names, skimming through. As far as the first place for Swiss was actually Janemba, and you know, what's funny is that, you know, when I made the, and this is not the like shout out or call out people or gloat or anything like that, but when I was making the leader tier list, as far as the leader tiers and the potential and the meta and the results for nationals, all that other stuff. And this could be a different sort of sample size too, right? There could be plenty of other people. There could be it could have been more people, right? It's different. But out of all the people you see here and recognizable, the first place person, as you can see here, was Janemba. And you know, putting him at Z tier at the time, I had a little bit of doubt, but this kind of shows and backs it up. Like, dude, this, like, Janemba is still a threat. Like, he is something that people need to think about when making a deck, and what you need to have answers for him. And if you don't have the answers, or if you can't work around his methods, then you're gonna lose. And I think that's exactly what happened. Anyway, as far as the deck goes, it seems a little bit modified from the previous decks that we've seen before. We have a lot of the stuff that we've seen, again, like I said, Raging Spirits on Gohan, which again, I don't know if I agree with, but I kind of agree with, in order to have another attacker, so that way you're not only reliant on your leader, but again, it kind of kills the effect for Reality Bender Janemba. And the other side of that is that he's easily disposable for 1 energy, so you know, it kind of evens out. 3 of 3, okay, sure, man. But I can also see with having 4 of the Psyche Demon, and as well as 4, did I see it? Childless Heart, or 3 Childless Heart and Janemba. It makes sense because you get to recycle and just put them back into the deck. The only thing that you have to worry about is, of course, the mirror, and the mirror for really any top deck is going to be very, very annoying. Of course, we have the Cells and the Unbreakable for 4 for 4. That makes sense. 3 Crusher Goku, most likely thinking about the swap matchup / Storm, which again, as you can see, this one, I think, this one is, yeah, this is not it. This one's not it. This one is not it. Is it this? Yes, this is Storm. Okay, I was just making sure. I was like, wait, who's the leader? Trunks. I think this is Trunks Storm, right? Trunks Storm. Yeah, it is. So 4 down, and you get to see Storm. And most likely people were very anti-Storm. Very, you know, my thought process behind it is that I'm pretty sure that people were tired of either playing Storm or seeing Storm, and they wanted to combat that in order to get around this event. So that makes sense. Again, pretty standard. The only thing that is kind of outside the norm is maybe the Iskai right here, keeping watch, which is cool. I had a brain fart and completely forgot what card that was, so I brought it up here. Is this cool? Do people like this? Is this nice? Is this helpful? All right, I'll just keep it there. Anyway, keeping watch. So the only thing I don't like about this, other than the draw, is a cantrip. So you know, it makes sense. It is a blue energy as well. But the only thing is that if they do play something on your turn, and or the opponent's turn, and they have to place one to the bottom of the deck, it actually helps them avoid the mail process. So yes, they do lose out a card, but it could be something that they need in the deck, and it could be something that would actually help them in the long run. Which, if they have one card in the deck at the very last moment where they take game, that could have been the card that that might have been the card that you put, or let them put down into the deck, basically. Anyway, though, since it being Dimension Magic, all very standard. I don't think there's anything else. The one group leader Pilaf with, I think he had it in the side. No, he doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. He did have Dende, Toki, which is interesting, and Objection with Mifubin, Trunks Power, Overseeing Time with 3 of them. That's crazy. I guess he was thinking about the meal matchup, or the mirror match, basically. A double striker for 20,000 and 2 energy, and get a card back that you milled out. Makes sense. Makes sense a lot, or makes a lot of sense. I don't think I'm missing anything else, right? Unbreakable, Kami. That's probably the Toki target, which is good. Which is very good. That's it. Yeah. Still 3 energy altogether with that And yeah, okay, cool. The one that I actually do want to see, in spoiler alert, is going to be this deck. Pretty sure it is him. Yeah, this deck was the one that actually won the whole event after Top Cut. This is Mono Blue Huracan, and it's basically hand control. There is one person, shout out to him, I think it's Zeker, who is actually playing in an untapped tourney, which we're finishing up now. Got pretty far. I think he's 3-1, and I think it has a lot of merit into being well into the meta. So I think this is all good. I think Huracan in himself is still a top tier leader. Look at that. Very much correlating to what I was saying before in the leader tier. And Unbreakable, Villainy Cell for a 7-3 split, that's fine. Super Saiyan Son Goku, I think this is the Dimension Support Trunks target, which this is similar to what he was playing back then in SS3, I do believe, for Mono Blue SS3. So that's cool. With At All Cost Vegeta, that's also cool. I think that's his only... Oh no, okay, he has Ultra Power Tapion, Group Leader Pilaf, Dimension Manager Fu. So pretty nice. I think overall it's a solid deck. Obviously made a lot of waves. Dende there for the Gogeta matchup, most likely for the Shenron. Hoi, oh, you already know. Vegito makes sense as well. With, I'm guessing, Dimension Magic, which is down there, with Phantom Plane Canyon, which is very good in After Awakening. And that's it. Yeah, I mean, this is very cool version of Mono Blue. Playing what, almost, yeah, 11 super combos, playing the Dende. I don't think Kami is mainboarded. It is sideboarded right there. Crisis Crusher is also sideboarded most of the time. If I had to take a guess, he probably sided in Crisis Crusher every single time he saw Storm. The Extra Cell, the Gogeta, 2 more Pilaf for, again, Swamp. Yeah, cool beans, and another Trunks, and another Dimension Magic. That's really nice. So I mean, all these are, you know, the ratios in which I think what the setup was. And if you're watching this, I would love to do deck profile on this one. Is that, you know, all the 3-ofs is the things that, you know, you didn't really want it, you wanted to see, but you didn't really need at 4. I know that's very self-explanatory, but in the different matchups in which you need to go more aggressive or defensive, you most likely took the 1-of back into it and took another 2 outside. In order to, like, if you didn't need Group Leader Pilaf, you would put 2 Kami in, 1 more Dimension Magic, or 1 more Trunks. You get the idea. So I think this is really a good setup for a lot of different matchups, and I'm really glad to see this win. Other than Storm, it is Huracan. It's fine. He's a really good leader. Well, I think Mono Blue was made for Huracan anyway. So I have no problem with this. I think this is exactly the archetype that Huracan should be playing, and I'm glad to see it win. So here we go, another one that I wanted to see, another one that made me excited. All the other ones below this, I'm probably gonna skim through pretty quickly. But Vegeta Baby by Robert, shout out to him. I don't know who you are, but shout out to who you are, or for using Baby and getting into Top Cut. So yeah, 2 Bodyguard Logic, cool. 2 Digging Deep Vegeta, cool. Which, you know, yeah, you know, I think 1. I'm trying to think, because both After the Image and Vegeta help you self-awaken, and Vegeta Baby has the self-awaken. So I guess if you put down 3, take a life, take another life, or 2 if you need to, you can awaken pretty quickly and then untap 2. So I can see the thought process behind it. No, I don't think there's too much of a big deal. The 2 Overwhelm cards, which I think are probably the only ones in here. Probably the only ones. Yep, I'm pretty sure. I don't think Dark Power Man saying no. He's black, but not Overwhelm. Baby Adventures Unleashed. Cool. Interesting to see that card here. In case you forgot, that is this card, Baby Adventures Unleashed. The 1-drop, which I think he is playing Saiyan Strength Baby right there. I don't think he's playing the entire chain, which I'm trying to see. There's no other baby card here, right? Yeah, I don't see it. So yeah, just having that the 2 chain there, that's cool. You know, just having him on top of each other, or having the Digging Deep Vegeta, which I do believe is a Vegeta DT. Don't quote me, I don't play Baby, but I really do want to play Baby, especially seeing this these two, but the 2 Fearless Pan makes sense. Dark Power I'm saying for the Shenron matchups, Intensifying Power Trunks at 4, another Self Awakener, but does make sense for Chain Attack, and as well as Zeno at 3 over here. The 2 Kefla, interesting. Very heavy right now at 5, especially 5 red energy. I would imagine that he probably charges this more often than not. But yeah, the 4 Revenge Death Ball makes sense as well. Only downside is that the 2 Overwhelm just kind of messes up the After Revenge technique, which goes perfectly with Revenge Death Ball. And as long as you're not going Avenge Vegeta or something that has barrier, then that combo is going to be absolutely nutty. And the sideboard is actually what is very interesting. It is actually the Earthlings sideboard. I don't know. I really do not know in which, you know, what situation that he actually put all these in. I would love to get an answer for that. So if you know this man, let me know, because I want to know. Baby Vegeta to the rescue, you know. So I don't know what that means, but we're moving on. Dylan Warren, looks like this is Trunks a Storm move with if am I not mistaken? Yeah, Bardock, Goten, Senzu Bean, Unyielding, Mira, and 1 legendary food. I almost thought that was 2. I was like, you cheater, you absolute cheater. And then he plays Videl, which makes sense in Trunks. So I'm going to talk about this in the combating the meta Storm video, in which Videl is probably not the best in Hirudegarn, but it is better in Trunks, in which she is a 2 cost that lets you draw pretty much at any time after you attack in combo. 2 Unbreakable, which I still don't agree with in Storm, but I mean, if it's at 2, it's not that big of a deal. 3 Hidden Power, ooh, really want that win con. 2 Scientist Fu, okay, why not? 4 Dynasty Goku, okay, doing work with that. 15k body, getting you down to 4, and then 2, and then 2 again, or to 0 really. And then 4 Successor of Hope. Usually I play 3, but if you're playing 4, I don't see what's wrong with that. Risque Ranfran, oh, thank you for having that. I think my is in the main board at 2, and then 2 more, most likely for the mirror match. Having at 4, not a bad idea. 2 Battering, which I don't think he has Battering. Maybe the thought process there is that most Storm decks do play Battering. So in the game 1, they're expecting Battering pretty much every single time. And he's using the Gokus and all the other big like semi-big bodies in order to pressure and to go for game, especially with 3 different E Supreme Kais. They're not going to think about they're going to be thinking about Battering, and then if they don't see it the first game, they're definitely going to see the second game. So definitely cool, especially in a deck that plays a lot of counters. So yeah, I don't know who this is. I guess they just didn't want us to see. This is Trade Fight Costs deck. I don't know how to do this. You can exit. I don't. Can you? I don't know, dude. I don't. Whoever did this, come on. This is Trey Fightkloth's Storm deck. He played. I'm trying to see. What is this? Hirudegarn? Yeah, Hirudegarn Storm. He'd play the Minosha package, which makes sense to thin out your deck and get through your deck pretty quick. I do believe he placed what, 5th with this. So we're at 5th, going down to 6th right after. Cool. I can't see too much of it, so I'm not gonna speak too much on it. So I don't think there's anything like very different, or as you say, spicy. So gonna move on. Get kisses. Okay. Alejandro Mena. Seen him many times before. This is another Storm sort of variant, a 2 Videl. I'm sure that worked out okay for him if he got this far. And 4 Successor, 2 Flying Nimbus. Don't see a lot of Flying Nimbus main boarded, but is usually sideboarded with another one out there. 3 Sneak Attack Vegeta. Okay, you wild. With 1 Gogeta revived. What are we doing? Okay, you got me there. I don't know. Okay, let me think this through. Because the Dependable Son Goku is a target for it, but there is no Vegeta. So he's going to be hard casting. Oh, okay, now I see it. Alright. Sneak Attack Vegeta and Dependable Dynasty Goku. Now that is some spicy stuff. So if he is going past turn 3, his turn 4, especially going against like Mono Blue Hirudegarn or something that's very defensive, he's going to be putting that in right after. Now, high five to you, my friend, because that is some good stuff. just like Hercule, in which you have the double shot, and the Goku from World Tournament, just like my Champa deck, which has double shot, and the preface, right? There's a lot of different things you can kind of throw in as long as they have the same sort of power. And we're gonna have a lot more cards like Vegeta and Goku are gonna have, like, Goku has the biggest support ever, and that's something that people are always forgetting. It may be mentioned sometimes, but it's always forgetting that Goku will always have the biggest support ever, and as we go on, Gogeta is only going to get better for that. So pretty damn cool. Ox King to protect for barrier, I love it. 3 Haruharu. Don't really see Haruharu. I didn't really see Haruharu, right, in these last few decks for sideboard. Yeah, no Haruharu, no Haruharu. Was there like a whole thing? Was there an agreement in which no one played androids? Like, I don't get it. Weird. Anyway, this man's name is Ben Ferris. Another storm deck. Guess we're not too anti-storm, right? I'm just gonna keep going. I'm sorry. Another storm deck. I'm just gonna keep going. Like, unless I see something cool, like Katoa, that's cool. I like that. That's really about it, man. That's, you know, we see it over and over. And other than ratios, that's really the biggest thing when it comes to storm decks. Just your choice of ratios. Daniel playing another storm variant with 1 Bardock Ape, cool beans. 2 Planet Vegeta, which makes sense if you are playing Bardock. People are leaning away from that because it is a little bit slower, and you don't want to have too many extra cards in your hand because that prevents you from actually doing things on your turn. And you really want to do as many things as you can to end the game from your turn. 2 Haruharu there. Another dead deck list there. Frieza, there's the galactic, what is it, galactic shuffle that Marcella calls it, but this man, Mark, if you didn't know, was the original inventor or original person for this deck, which has the Tough Enough Krillin, Tough Enough Krillin and Tough Enough Chaozu, basically, along with all of the other different things like the Bardock swap mechanic, the 3 big boy Goku, Bad Ring, Successor of Hope, all the other stuff, all good stuff. Like, this is a good little deck. I used it myself in the the ARG Circus series, the Halloween one. I used a variant of that. It was fun. I used Bardock. It was nice. It was good stuff. I lost a storm, but it wasn't too bad. I used a blue sideboard, which I don't think he did. Yeah, it was all mono yellow. Cool beans. Hurrigan, another storm deck, passing it right through. Hurrigan, another storm deck, passing it through. Hurrigan, another storm deck, passing it through. Hurrigan, another storm deck passing through. So Dragon Ball, this one looks like a Child's Wish variant, because I think with 3 Wish, okay, 3 Wish and 3 World Peace, and I think, let me see, we're thinking Gotenks, Sync Attack Vegeta, probably at all costs is probably the thing about it, Ultimate Fusion. Yeah, this is kind of all over the place, but it's not a bad thing, because I think this is really like a techie version of a wish deck, basically. You know, there's a lot of win cons, there's a lot of different options you can kind of take from this. Demigod's in there, the 2 Shenron, 1 Kami, okay, 2 Crushes Crusher, I wish you had it at 3 so that way you can see it in an opening turn. Quick Thinking Gotenks, which is a really good wish target. Dark Duo Deborah, cool. Super 17, so kind of a control, hand control almost, with the at all cost finisher. Cool, I like it. 3 1-star ball, by the way, respectable. And then Dende Mafuba, Iron Harem of Justice, which is probably, like, if you're gonna go a very techie sort of wish deck, makes sense with the 2 radar. Makes a lot of sense to get to that, so I like it. Another Janemba all the way down here at 16th place. Whoops. Cool. I think this plays a little bit more black. Well, no, I think Dende, Kami, Toki Toki, the only black ones here, with, that's it, at all costs. Interesting, because that's probably the only way he's going to be able to awaken. Vegito and Deadly Defender, okay, and Crisis Crusher, North Kai, okay, Awakening Talent, okay, cool. All right, well, that's it. If let me know. I mean, if I missed something as far as like tech or spice that I missed, let me know. I mean, that's all the 16. Again, a lot of notable players. Interesting to kind of see who was in like the top 4. There's a lot of Hurrigan, a lot of Storm, right? And that kind of beats probably 80% of the decks that people take, right? There's no androids here. Like I said, maybe it was just a matchup thing as far as androids go. I don't know what happened there. That's one thing. The other thing is that I didn't see any pan, which could mess up a lot of different setups for some of these decks, which that's also another thing that I'm very curious on. Didn't see, what else? Didn't really see any blue-red variants either, which you know, I talked about this before as far as like nationals. If someone took blue-red, shout out to Young Bad Man who did, they can do pretty well, and I think you could have done pretty well. It's just that as soon as you see a storm sit down in front of you, it's going to be pretty annoying to deal with, because that's more of like a almost 70-30 matchup against you, and sometimes 60-40. But yeah, that's tough. As far as the top 16 breakdown, if I kind of get out of here with this, is that I think, so if we look, well, better yet, I look, so so you can kind of, if you just refer back to it, I'll put all the links in the description if I haven't said that, or if you haven't checked in the description already. If you look here, you can kind of see who the matchups were. The final matchups were basically Storm and what, Janemba, Storm and Janemba, and then this was yeah, Mono Blue Hurrigan versus Hurrigan Storm, and then the this guy was, oh right, Janemba versus Mono Blue Hurrigan was the finals. So as I understand, the Mono Blue Hurrigan won, and that is very interesting, very interesting to see. So cool beans. Hopefully I didn't talk too much, but that is pretty much it for this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'm very happy that we hit 2,000, and we're gonna go into beyond that. Hopefully you have time throughout the next couple weeks as the holidays go on to make more videos, and if I do, I will see you then. Like, dislike, comment. See you in the next one. Later.